6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Through Black and White Eyes. Hope you're all okay. Can you hear me all right? That's the first thing to find out, because we know what my sound's like. It's absolutely terrible at times. I'm going to take that as a yes. Right everyone, members prize draw at last. Finally, it's back. There's the link if you want to become a member. Unfortunately, you have missed tonight's draw, but next month's draw is going to be a big one. So please consider becoming a member so you can have a chance of winning something. It's good to see plenty in the chat as always. I just need to sort this out. Should have done this before I came live. Way, disappearing. That's better. Good evening, Lee. Thank you very much for upping your membership. You're an absolute star. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to Peter. It's good to see you in the chat as well. Leslie, as always, modern. Evening, Gary. It's good to see you. Peter Boyle in the chat as well. Good to see you, mate. Yep, sound is good. That's what we want to hear. Yes, can hear you. Thank God. Evening, mate. Didn't realize you were on unless you text. It's not for tonight, mate. It's another night. So drop us a message back when you get us a chance. Evening, Barry. Sound is fine. Good. All right, mate. I am Robbie. Hope you are as well. Hey, Caitlin or Nick. Not too sure which one it is, or both. Probably Nick, because Caitlin's always busy working. Poor thing. Evening, Jules, and then Jules. Loud and clear bars here in Canada. And listen, you guys, but need this break. We needed the break. Massively needed the break. Jules there as well. So the whole point of tonight is to do the members draw, give away these 3 things. So we've got an Alan Shearer signed photograph. It's a print photograph, but the signature is genuinely real. So one lucky member will win that star prize. Don't forget about our amazing sponsors, Diet Crow, 20% off for all members. Bars 20, you can pick any t-shirt you want, but there's obviously amazing other stuff that they do as well. And I'll be giving away 4 of these pin badges. I know it's not a massive prize or anything like that. They're only a £5, but they're nice. They're great to have as a keepsake if you like collecting badges. So 4 of them will be given away. So we've got 6 prizes to give away tonight. Not bad, eh? Not bad at all. Bad news, our bar sound is great. Off topic, Santos striker picking up pace. Is it, Lee? Very interesting. Any news on Trips? Some people say it's tactical with Trippier, that he's saying that there's things going on at home so he can drop out of the game, still save face with Southgate, and then rest up for Newcastle. Andy being Andy, who's Shearer. Trips went home on personal reasons, no injury. Yeah, like I said, I honestly think it's tactical just so he can get a rest. It's quite clever, really. Yeah, it's Nick. Caitlin working as usual. Hopes you win Shearer's autograph. I've got another one to give away next month. Next month, two prior. I think it's going to be a Shearer signed photograph and a Newcastle shirt. Les, it's personal problems. Could be. I think it's tactical. Probably hates waistcoat. Exactly. That's why he's done it. Definitely, Peter. Nailed it on the head. Don't forget, we're trying to get as many people interested in this again. I know I've done it that many times, but if we get enough people, we'll do a run. We've missed Christmas, to be honest with you. We won't get it done by then. But if you want one, email me. Still waiting for your email, Leslie. cup of coffee to keep me awake after night shift. Right. Let's see if I can do this right, and let's get the prize draw on the go, because we've got 6 to give away. You promised me I'd win tonight, but not tell the others in here. You're a dick. Oh, man. Share screen. Wheel. Press share. Right. Can we all see that okay? I think we can. So I'm just going to hide my camera. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to do that. Can you still hear me all right? Hey, evening, Andrew. Hope you're all right, mate. I still haven't sent email, I know. How awkward would it be if I won? Well, there's 6 prizes, mate, and obviously you get 7 chances with being the highest member, along with all the other people who are highest member. So yeah, I'm laughing. Right, good. You can still hear me. Good. I wasn't too sure if you could with what I've done with the screen. So let's get the show on the road. Right. So the first prize we'll do the 4 badges. So we'll do the 4 badges, and then we'll do the Diacro t-shirt, and then we'll do the Alan Shearer signature photograph last. And then after that, you can ask me some questions if you want. If not, we'll end the show. It's up to you guys. Right, here we go. So the first winner of a badge is Colin Nicol is our first winner of a badge. So I'm just going to write all this down. Colin Nicol. So please get in touch, drop me an email and let me know your address and I'll get you your badge sent. Right, second badge. Dun, dun, dun. Les. I hope Les is okay. He's got a lot of pain in his hip. But Les, you've won a badge, mate. Hopefully that'll put a little smile on your face. Third one. I did buy 5, but I'm keeping 1 for myself. And we have Tony Duke. Well done, Tony. You've won a badge. Right. And the last badge goes to... Boy, it's very hypnotizing, that, isn't it? Colin Nicol again. So all 3 of you get in touch for your badges. So congratulations to them. Let's see where I know it actually made me dizzy. Trippier this. I'm dizzy to be honest with you. Drum roll, please. How I get your questions in ready. What's the average wingspan of a sparrow? Good question, Andy. I would say the length of your pubes. How does that sound? Silly question gets a silly answer. Don't stare at the wheel, you'll end up with Macam supporter. I've just signed up for their supporter GRP, Gary. I think I'm hypnotized. What's the full Magpie? Did he 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy? I thought it was 1 for sorrow, 2 for a boy, 3 for a girl. I can't remember now. Hi, Richard. Hope you're well. Can't become a Macam, Gary. Definitely not. 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy. There we go. 5 for silver and 6 for gold, maybe. Right, so that's the badges sorted. So now we've got the Diacro t-shirt. So good luck, everyone, for this. This is the next prize. Boom. Dun, dun, dun. Richard, you are a winner. Congratulations, Richard. You have the option to choose a prize. Are you in the chat, Richard? I'm sure I saw Richard in the chat. Yes, you are in the chat, Richard. Well done, mate. You've won the t-shirt. So just get in touch. How much wood could if a wood cut chuck what wood? He'll never do that. Nope. So if I keep watching on Guaranteed More Kids, I'm signing off. Congrats, Richards. And Peter says, congrats. Yeah, congrats, mate. So please drop me a message and then we'll get you in touch with Diet Crow. You can get a code that allows you to get a t-shirt and then it gets sent off. So now Shira's autograph for Caitlin. I hope she wins. So Shira's pick I'll put. So let's see who wins this. So good luck, everyone. The big prize is coming up. And go. Dun, dun, dun. Shira, Shira, Shira. It's Pat C. Pat C is the winner of the Alan Shearer photograph. Now, the problem is I can't contact any of these people because YouTube doesn't let you do that via your YouTube name. So you have to get in touch with myself. If they're not claimed by next month for the next draw, we'll roll them over and then they'll be drawn again. So congratulations to Pat C for winning the Alan Shearer signed photograph. But please get in touch in the description, the email address, Patsy. Yeah, I think that's what it's meant to be, but I don't know. It says Pat C, so Patsy. Congratulations to all the winners. Well said, Lee. Like I said, they're not claimed by the next prize draw. We'll just roll it on and do it again. So there is a time limit on for you to get your prize claimed. So please get in touch. Hey, no problem, Richard. Congratulations, mate. So the best way to get in touch with me would be obviously Twitter. You can see my handle down in the bottom corner, just there. Or there is an email address in the description if you want to email me. That's the other way of doing it. So congratulations to all the winners. And I'm brilliant that we're able to do this. Hopefully next month it will be a Newcastle shirt in time for Christmas. Obviously, we won't do a size until we know who the winner is. That's what I'm hoping. I haven't guaranteed it yet. And I think I've got another Alan Shearer photograph signed to do as well. So keep an eye out for all them. But I need all the addresses, please, of everyone. And yeah, congratulations, everyone. Oh, you won a badge. I know who Les is, so I've just messaged him to say that he's won a badge. But yeah, right. Questions, peeps. Ask me anything and I will answer it honestly. As long as it's not stupid, though. Come on, Andy. Be tasteful tonight. Just for this once. What's the meaning of life? Right. I got asked this on my RE test. And basically, the meaning of life is God created people black and white because you support Newcastle United. It's as simple as that. If there is a God, there is no meaning to life, to be honest with you. It's a bit weird, isn't it? You know, you got people fighting wars, and then I'm going to work making chocolate, and people are getting bombed. So life's fucked. Congrats all. I contact Baz via the phone number in my local phone box if you're struggling. Thoughts on the Everton points deduction. I'm actually trying to do a show with a few different supporters to talk about the Premier League and VAR in decisions like this. I personally think it's a bit lenient. If it's not lenient, it's come at the perfect season for Everton to get out of it. One win, they're out the bottom three. So as much as it's a bit of a hit, I don't think it's going to spoil their season. I think the biggest problem they've got is if they get sued by the other teams, go into administration, and then they end up with a bigger points deduction, and then they'll be screwed. But yeah, I mean, they deserve it. At the end of the day, they broke the Premier League FFP rules. We're sticking to it as much as we possibly can. And then you've got Everton crying over the decision. Doesn't make sense to me. But FFP is a load of bollocks, as it's all been pointed out many a times. FFP protects the big six. It stops other teams from spending money to try and catch up with them. I understand it stops other clubs from overspending what over their means, and it stops them from going into administration and those kind of problems. But if you're a club who can show that you've got the money and that you're going to back it up and you won't go into administration and you're not going to ruin the football club, you should be allowed to spend what you want. And someone put it perfectly. Someone says, well, if I won £200,000 and I own a local shop, you're then saying to me, I can't spend that £200,000 on my shop to make it more modernised and better, because Joe Blogs down the street who's got a shop will be affected by that because I would then have a better shop than him. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You should be able to spend on your business what you see fit without putting it into trouble. And I can't see why the Premier League can't work with teams like Newcastle, like Everton, like Aston Villa, who have got a lot of money and doing really well. As long as they can back it up and as long as they can show that it's not going to put the club in problems, they should be allowed to spend what they want on their business. That's my thoughts on that whole situation. But they deserve the 10 points because they broke the rules. But I still think they're going to be safe. I really do, Jules. Thanks for the congratulations, people. Appreciate it. No problem. Don't forget to get in touch. Too late, sorry. Oh, there's a shock. That forward who's doing better than Kane has a 15 million buyout. Would you take him? Is this the one in Germany? Farmers League springs to mind. But if it's 15 million, it's worth the risk, isn't it? We need a third striker. So yes, I would take the risk on him. Why not? Why? I'm not seeing him play, so it'd be difficult to say what he would bring to the team. I'd have to have a good look at what he's doing, his attributes. You know, is he pacey? Is he a target man? Is he someone who runs the channels? Is he, a fox in the box sort of striker? Picks up on the little pieces. Remember how Eddie Howe plays? He likes his strikers to be involved in the game. Holding the ball up, not only doing that, running the channels. He likes him to do everything. So would he fit into our style of play? Would Eddie Howe like him and want him? If he does, then 15 million's a bargain. If he scored, I think it's 17 and 15 or something stupid like that, could be worth the risk. So yes, Jim, I'd take him. Steve Parris said, unless you are in Europe year on year, it's hard to maintain or grow your club. Given this, what's your priorities for this season? Oh, Leslie, that's a tough one. I mean, with all our injuries, chalk and cheese is the league. You've got to make sure your league form doesn't get affected by the other competitions. Saying that, we haven't won a trophy for 60 odd years now. So my main priority is the league. My second priority would be the Carabao Cup now. Even though we've got Chelsea away, it's very, very difficult. But you beat them, you're in the semi-final, then you've got a final again. And we could go one better this year. And if we do win it this year, we've won it the hard way. No one's ever probably done it, beaten Man City, Man United, then Chelsea. I mean, Jesus Christ. That's a draw and a half, isn't it? So priority league, then Carabao Cup. Then Champions League, then FA Cup, because that doesn't come till January. So we'll know what's happened in the Champions League before we even kick a ball in the FA Cup. So that would be my pecking order. I don't know. What about you guys? What would your pecking order be? I saw one online. Best striker ever, no Shearer. Man City to be relegated. There's a lot of talk about this, about City and about Chelsea. I mean, Chelsea have shopped themselves to the Premier League, so they'll get a lenient fine or whatever it will be because it happened under a different ownership. And they brought it to their attention and said, look, we've seen some dodgy stuff on the books. We need you to investigate it, and then we'll work with you on what you need. So That's kind of going to get Chelsea sort of some brownie points, unfortunately. Man City with 115 charges. What is going on? It's been going on since the start of the season, in last season as well. Nobody knows what's going on. If they're guilty, nail them. It's as simple as that. If they're not guilty, say they're not guilty and move on. That's so ridiculous. So Man City could be relegated potentially. It's hilarious. Couldn't happen to a better fans club. I have to admit, though, the Everton fans have been quite special today on Twitter. I've enjoyed rubbing their noses in it a little bit. How close are we to FFP limit? Topical at the moment, considering the Premier League would love to stuff us. It's a good question, Gary. I honestly don't know. Some people say we're nowhere near the FFP limit, but we're trying to build slowly so then we can go big when we want to. And we're also trying to drive down the prices for players, because if people find out our FFP is, there's a bigger gap than, we've got like 600 million to spend, for example, players' prices are going to go up. And we're trying to keep those prices down, like Liverpool did a while ago. They said, well, we're not going to buy him for 55 million because he's only worth 45, and you're trying to squeeze out another 10 million because you're Liverpool, you've got money, and we know you want that player. So we're trying to sort of do the same. So I don't know where the FFP limit is, but we might have a bigger buffer than we think. Chelsea next after Everton. I think it depends where they are in their investigation, Jim. But surely the Man City one should be done first, because that's been going on for ages. Now, also, if Everton don't win their challenge, then Man City found guilty. What do you see their punishment? With 115 charges against them, they've got to get a severe punishment. Do you ban them from Europe? Have they broken any European laws? I know Europe, UEFA tried to do Chelsea, but they ran out of time because they had a certain time limit that they were only allowed to investigate it, find the evidence, and then put a case. And they didn't have time to do that. The Premier League, however, don't have a time limit on it. So they could drag it out as long as they want, which is ridiculous, isn't it? But Juventus got relegated, remember, for match fixing and stuff like that. So if Man City have been found guilty on all those charges, they're in big trouble. With the Saudi League, they'll get rid of FFP. Possibly. It depends if players still keep going there. We don't know how well it's doing. The fans, they're only getting 4,000 gates and stuff like that. I think it's going to flop, to be honest with you guys. And I think the players will be coming back. I think they'll get bored of it. No Champions League football. Look at Neves. He wants to come back already. He's only been there 6 months. So, yeah. Everton had one charge and got a 10-point deduction. What's going to happen to Man City with 115 charges? Chucked out the league. They'll never get chucked out of the league. But they've got to get a massive fine. But again, the difference is Everton broke the FFP rules. I don't think Man City broke any FFP rules. I mean, what they broke is something to do with sponsorships and all this sort of stuff. I don't know it fully. So, but they need to make it stick before they can, deal out any charges. We knew Everton were guilty. We still don't know if Man City are guilty. So, do you think City plus Chelsea should be relegated if they are found guilty of what they are accused? I personally do think they should, for what they have found is to be true. I don't think you can kick them out of the league, but you've got to give them a severe punishment, haven't you? As I say, the Chelsea one's a difficult one because it was under a previous regime, which sort of got sold. Government got involved. There was a lot going on with that. So the Chelsea one's a difficult one. But if Man City are found guilty of every single charge, then, yeah, they've got to be relegated, haven't they, really? You can't give a 10-point deduction to Everton for breaking one FFP rule and then not at least quadruple, maybe 40 points. Even if they get 40 points, they'll stay in the league anyway, won't they? Said earlier, boards owners are custodians of clubs. Everton fans should be looking to them and saying, what were you doing? Not whining. True. I absolutely agree with that. the owners are the gatekeepers of all football clubs. We've had to put up with one really bad gatekeeper for 15 years. Now they're finally seeing what it's like to have a crap owner, really, aren't they? If you don't have a family, which current player would you marry? Are we talking on the female side of things or on the male side of things? It's a bit of a strange question, Andy. No comment. Whining about Premier League, yeah, exactly. No business model on the planet like the Prem's F. Exactly. Absolutely spot on. And they even said that, and I remember reading it, I read it again today, and I remember what it was like. And it said, like, no one wants to see a Leicester, maybe once in a while, but everyone wants to see the big teams win every year. So the Premier League are making sure the big six are going to stay the big six. And that's why they're putting all these places to stop Newcastle from doing what they're doing. And it's wrong. It really is wrong. 100% Jules. Sorry, it is in Germany. And from what I've seen is a rock. Nice. I'd take them for 15 million, mate. If that's what the price is, that's a bargain. Top 7 again. You really want to be. I know it's really difficult with everything that we've got, but top 5 is what we've got to do because we need Champions League again to keep on progressing. So we've got to put all our eggs in the Premier League basket for me, and then some eggs in the Carabao Cup, and then the other two. I mean, the Champions League at the moment is looking sick as a chip, isn't it? Really, and the FA Cup hasn't started yet, so let's concentrate on them two for me. Here's a long one for you. You have 60 seconds, Baz. Starting lineup in 2025 in 2 years' time. Oh, mate, I don't know. That's a tough one, isn't it? There'll be a new centre back, so Botman and a new centre back. There'll be a new goalkeeper. I don't know who it'll be. Trips may still be hanging on, but Tino will probably be playing right back. Left back will probably be Lewis Hall, even though I see him as a further forward player. But at the moment, Lewis Hall. Midfield, in 2 years' time, probably still Joe Linton, Bruno and Willock, Gordon, Isaac, and then another right winger, but I don't know who that will be. There will be some changes, definitely. If FFP even legal in terms of business or competition law? I mean, it must be because it's there to stop lower teams overspending and then putting the teams in trouble. So they all voted it, so we're screwed. Hi, Les. Congratulations, mate. You won a badge. I've got in touch with you, so we'll sort it out. Hi, Andy. I'll give you my team for 2025. I don't think Pope will be in goal, mate. I don't think Shaw will be centre back either. I really don't. And Tonali, obviously, to come back in as well. Tony, I don't think we'll buy him. I really don't. And Neves, hopefully. Chelsea, different ownership is a cop-out when all of these charges released. They can act in dodgy ways and go. I know what you're saying, Jules, but they're the big six. It's what will happen. I'm going on Wednesday night. I'm going to ask about FFP. Enjoy, Peter. I was hooked. I didn't get a ticket, unfortunately. I tried. Surely Chelsea spending under the Americans is ridiculous. Yeah, Peter, when you're there, Peter, just ask them, how close are we to the FFP? Are you allowed to are they allowed to tell us, can they give us an inkling of what we're allowed to spend? They'll probably not tell you because it'll end up on social media and then the other clubs might see it. Newcastle are a big club, big ground, big fan base. Don't spend massively either. FFP isn't an issue at Newcastle. It kind of is though, mate, Robbie, because of the poor running of the club in the past with all this poor sponsorships, lack of money coming in. That we've got all the money in the world, but FFP stops us because we haven't got the generation of money coming in. That's the problem. Grey Jules, it's the club at fault regardless of ownership of breaches are found. It is, yeah. Scotland too, Norway too. If it was us, they'd put us in the same league as South Shields. Yeah, you're probably right. Everton brought rules. Was it to prevent relegation? They thought they were going to be better than that, Eddie, mate, but they spent the money so badly and none of the players really worked out. But they thought they were going to be top 8 easily. City's doing my head in. Same as Chelsea. You can't find City and give Everton points deduction. Well, exactly. Yeah, you can't find them and then give them. Yeah, the three relegated teams are suing. This could be interesting. It really will be interesting because if they lose that battle, that is Everton done. But if it stays at 10 points, Everton will be fine. It is, Les, also overinflating sponsorship deals involving other companies, backhanders to agents. Yeah, that's what Man City sort of stuff is as well. Kraft completed 90 minutes tonight for Sweden. Good lad. 7 other Premier League clubs, owners or directors, owners are involved in other clubs, so the vote could go our way as I need 14, hopefully. I agree with that. I think the other clubs would be nuts to do it. I mean, they do it themselves. It does all stink. If we fail to qualify for Champions League, I fear a few of our players won't want to stick around. I think it depends. I think they weren't expecting Champions League this season, so I don't know. Livramento not at forward. No, Livermento's right back. The rule change is going to temporarily at first to cover January. They're basically just stopping us from doing it in January because they heard we were interested in Neves. It's as simple as that. I think they could be. I mean, we spoke to Nelly, didn't we, who's in Saudi Arabia, and she said that basically Neves won't happen to NUFC. So it's interesting that everyone's banging the same drum saying Neves is coming. Eddie Howe will want to sweep a keeper who was great with his feet. Love Pope as a shot stopper, but he can't kick a ball. I agree, Peter. There'll definitely be a new keeper soon. No, Gary, think Eddie likes Neves. He does, but doesn't mean we're getting him. Torres and Mbappe and Jan. I all hope you're doing well. Hey, but hey, Chairs, hope you're well, mate. Really looking forward to meeting John on, John from America, who's actually called Jack, on the Chelsea game. So Saturday, can't wait for that. But will we loan to buy? What I've been told is the only way we can get Neves is if it's an obligation to buy. So we can loan with an obligation to buy. It's the only way the deal can be done, or we buy him outright straight away. So yeah, very interesting. A certain channel is saying Tonali will never play for Newcastle again. I don't believe this, do you? 100% don't believe that. Of course he'll play for us again. Who's spouting that crap? Tonali will be in Eddie Howe's plans without a shadow of a doubt. He's a quality player. He's got a chance to understand the English way of playing. He can train a lot. He's still doing all that. He will be a big player for us next season. I have no doubts about it. Whereas I'm not heard now anywhere, a certain channel. I'm not going into that. It could be the same channel that said that Miggy will never make a Premier League footballer, but hey, look where we are. I think there's only Bruno who could want to leave. That is potential, Peter, yeah. Bruno could be the one that breaks the camel's back. Maybe Isaac. But if we sell one of them, it's massive money. It then helps fund to do a massive push the following season in the summer with wages. I would hate to see any of them leave, but if we don't make Champions League or at least Europa League, you might see a lot of rumours about players wanting to leave. It'll happen because that's what they do. Clickbait, some channels need to check themselves. Integrity or the views any day for me. Exactly. If it stays 10 points for evidence, worse for them. If they'll get sued for 300 million, City would get done for billions if that was successful. I don't agree with that, mate. I don't actually. You could be right because it could open the door for like Man United, Liverpool, and all them to then sue for the money they would have earned with Man City cheating. Yeah, do you know what it is? Thinking about it again, you're right, but I don't think 10 points is an issue for Everton. I think they'll stay up this season. I really do. Had any drinky poos tonight? I haven't had a drink for a while now. I'm quite proud of myself. Could this be Wilson's last season with us? I think is a strong possibility. It could be. I've always said this as well, to be honest with you. I said we need to upgrade. Wilson's been brilliant for us, but it could be time to move on. I think he could be a good buy for West Ham, to be honest with you. But he's injured too much, guys. I love him, but he's injured too much. Puke Edwards, there's a shock. Correction, need any drinky poos tonight. Drinky poos. Of course, Sonodi will play for us, but when he returns, he should sign a 1-year extension for the year we've lost. Well, I believe he's not getting paid for this year, so I think he might be giving the money to charity, or so maybe Peter, you could be right, but I mean, he's got a 5-year deal anyway, so might as well see how it goes. Latest with Bruno, we get over 100 million. I would think so. Only keep us for 2025. Trips, Tino, Hall, Botman, Bruno, Tonali, Gordon, Isaac. You missed out Willock, Andy. I'll definitely keep Willock. Lewis Hall is a definite. I'm trying to find some arguments for other people. Sean Longstaff, I would definitely keep. Anderson, maybe. He's not really shown too much. Can't really argue with many more, to be fair. It's 2 years' time. Peter, we get a lot more to spend because of the way FFP works. Yeah, 100 million will be like 400 million. It's crazy. Even Stephen, nice to see you again, mate. Sorry the crap's happening at your club. I know I've been taking the piss on Twitter, but that's Twitter. I'm just having a bit of a laugh. But yeah, good luck. 10 points, you're going to be fine, mate. But if you do get sued, you're screwed. As you're seriously going to tolerate this level of bullying by the mods, I thought we'd move beyond this. Love it. Joe Linton, yes, definitely. And him. Real shame about Wilson, clinical striker, want him to become our second highest ever scorer. Then we would move him on hamstring like knickerknackers. Yeah, I mean, Wilson's done so well for us. And I can't argue about that. And I hate to say it, but look at what Man City did. The players they bought, they moved them on quickly. Look at how Man United was successful for all those years under Alex Ferguson with the strikers. You kept them for 3 years, 4 years maximum, moved them on, bought fresh, hungrier strikers to then carry on. You got Teddy Sheringham, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Dwight York, Andy Cole, Solskjaer, all had an expiry date. And that's why they were so successful. And they also had 3 or 4 strikers all the time because of 4 competitions. That's gone out of the game a little bit now, but it's showing that we do need it. Love it, Andy. Get the violins out for him. Shaw is injured and Dummett will play centre-back. Hall ineligible against Chelsea, so Trips has to play left-back and Livramento to go right-back. I agree with that. But Kraft could come in instead of Dummett, though, because Kraft's done all right recently. Jules, that's a very tiny violin there. Yeah, I'm not worried. Only 2 points from getting out of the drop zone and playing okay this season. I think you'll beat Man United on the weekend now. Because of this happening, I think this is going to give your fans and your fan base an extra voice. And I think you'll beat Man United because of it. I think it's going to unite you a lot more than it is going to punish you, to be honest with you. 10 points is nothing. Mbappe in January. God. Baz, you've stated you wouldn't mind seeing a bid for Rashford. What about Luke Shaw? Do you rate him? I do rate Luke Shaw. I think we were linked with him a year ago, and I said I would definitely take him. And I'd still take him now, to be honest with you. And I'd still take Rashford. I think Eddie Howe would do wonders with Rashford. I think he'll get him back to his best. So, yeah, 100% behind that. It's what Ches gets. I love it. Right, 5 more minutes, guys. Fire me some questions. Honestly, the Everton fans, I'm sorry, Stephen, but I've wound up the Everton fans quite a lot. How far-ish off 7K are you, Baz? Too far at the moment. But I'm not really concentrating on that, but I'll tell you anyway, if you all want to know. So at the moment, we're on 6,704 total subscribers, which is absolutely incredible. I never thought I'd get anywhere near that any day of the week. So thank you to everyone who stuck by me and then carries on watching and liking. I've turned off all the adverts for you guys because I know they annoy you. So thank you to everyone who's helped make this channel get as big as it did. It's obviously dropping off now because of all the crap that's happened, which some of it's my fault, which I take responsibility for. But I've always maintained this channel's for all you guys. I am going to probably slow it down a little bit because we're doing shows every night and that's just not possible to maintain. So I'm going to be looking and joining shows together. So if we've got a Champions League game, I'll be adding it on to the end of the review shows and stuff like that. So I'm going to be adding shows together to make it more, a way of being able to keep the channel going, because I am struggling at the minute for time, and I obviously want to spend more time with my kids. So I'll keep going, guys, because you want me to, and the support that you give me is amazing. So thank you to everyone. I would love this channel to be shared around and more people come on. I want more guests on, guys. You guys in the chat, if you want to come on, drop me a message on Twitter and say, Baz, I'm available. I want to have a chat. Do it. I really want you on. Oh God, the Chelsea game. God, Andy. Honestly, I just hope we get something out of the game. To be honest with you, with all the injuries, Chelsea are starting to gel, and I always said they were dark horses because of all the players they've got. If they gel, we're in trouble. They are starting to show signs of that. It might have just been because they were playing City and they wanted to up the game. They come to us, they'll still want to up their game a bit. They never do well at St James's Park, Chelsea. So I'm going for a 2-1 win. It's going to be tough though. You've seen the Barca swap links, free players for Bruno. I wouldn't do it. But I haven't. Is it Florent Torres, Rafinha, and someone else? I'm guessing are the free players. I just wouldn't do it. He is a world-class left back. I absolutely agree. He's injured again, though, isn't he? Super chats are available. If you wish to donate, join for your 99p. Enjoy the show. Thanks, Ches. 6.7. Come on, people. Share. Mission peeps. Let's get sharing Baz's channel. Thanks, Jules. Please hit the thumbs up as well if you don't mind, and the subscribe button. Quality over quantity, Baz, absolutely fine. That's what I'm trying to do. It's just trying to, instead of rushing home and trying to make shows while I'm at work and that, if I can map it all out better, usually I'll have better quality shows and hopefully better guests. My favourite moment, Stoney from Mr. Shaw. Stoney from Mr. Shaw. Sorry, mate, you've lost me on that one. Is Moro still alive? Does he have his Xmas tree? I'll do a spin-off with him. Moro is definitely alive. He's been messaging me. He's going to try and do a football manager section to the channel, which I've always wanted on here, and I've left it to him. He will be back very soon. He's just going through a bit of a tough time at the moment. He's a legend, Moro, and I really want him back as soon as possible. Same with Gary. Obviously, he's going through a bit of a tough time as well. He's quit work. His missus has gone to work instead. He's got his family life. Things are tough, especially around about this time of year. So let's see what happens. I'll come on, mate. Just need to get my shift sorted. Awesome, Ches. I want you on the Baz and John show for definite. 3-0 to the Toon. Free players for Bruno. No chance he's a Geordie now. So his kids. Exactly. Peter loves Football Manager. I used to play it religiously when I was younger. Me and my mates used to get around, 4 of us, pick 4 teams, go head to head, and it used to take 2 days just to get 1 day on Football Manager because everyone was setting up, putting all the bids in, trying to outbid each other, making sure we got everything right. I used to love it, but I just don't have time for it now, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you for everyone who's a member and was in the prize draw, and congratulations to all the winners. Tell us your fantasy Premier League team and how many points. I don't play it, mate. I do Super 6, which is my favourite thing. And at the moment, my points are... I hope I haven't missed any games. They don't do internationals, do they? How many points have I got? I don't think I'm doing that well this year, to be fair. My mate, who's a Mackham, is kicking the crap out of me. I've got 144 points on it. My mate's got 161, so he's flying. Yes, I used to love LMA Manager as well. I have girls, no FM from me, sadly. TC everyone, and thanks, Baz. No, thank you for joining, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope I've answered all the questions like I said I would. And I'll be back sometime this week for a show involving VAR and Premier League decisions. And then on Friday, we'll do the look ahead to the Chelsea game. So I can't wait for that. And as Chaz says, congratulations to all the winners, and hit the thumbs up on the way out. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you very much, guys. Ta-da.